Tannehill looking deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They run it again with Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Switch gears. Check.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
60 out more. Check. Lucky.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check 24, check 24.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
Let's go.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I know he ain't got it. Check, 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 check. Check. Hey, alert 3. Shoot.
Derrick Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
70, Indy.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Don't be scared. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Under 10. Check. Ready?
Going to give this time to the tailback. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look at me. Zipper.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Rock it. Shift. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Check. Hatch it. 5.
This is Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Alert 3. Deuce. Hey.
Now it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Here you go. 18 Gator. Roll out.
Now it's Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They run again on first down. Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Wide, get wide. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 31, check 31. Shoot. Check 52.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Watch twist. Showing it. Woo! Baby. Get him, boy. Get him, boys.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Tannehill now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Tannehill, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, team 6.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into...
It's caught inside the 25. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick here is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a